Have you or a loved one accidentally purchased the new 80s Wise Guy? Maybe you walked into a bookstore. Maybe you were online. Maybe you made a series of catastrophic life decisions at 2:37 in the morning. Well, friend, you may be entitled to emotional compensation because introducing Bambi's Book Review Corner. The only review show brave enough to ask, did I just buy literature or did I buy a decorative doorstop? Now, before we continue, this is parody, commentary, and opinion. Please relax, everybody. Nobody call the Department of Hurt Feelings. They're already overloaded. So I sat down, poured myself coffee, opened this thing, and 5 pages in I said, whoa, hang on. Is this a memoir or a guy trying to convince me he was always one room away from something important? Because every chapter got me feeling like this guy knew a guy who maybe stood near another guy once. Madon. By page 20, I needed GPS. Not for directions. For the storyline. And then the stories start piling up. Big stories. Important stories. Stories so dramatic I started looking around my living room like, am I reading a biography or did Netflix accidentally mail me 3 seasons of confusion? J.J. Lambone. I bought this book expecting insight. 3 chapters later, I was staring out the window questioning every decision I made since middle school. The first signs were subtle, sudden eye-rolling, excessive wait-what reactions, a habit of looking at the ceiling as if the answers might be written there. Then came the warning I failed to respect. I started calling friends just to say, you got to hear this, even though I was not sure what this was supposed to be. By the time I reached the deluxe package, the good kind of confusion had been replaced by existential confusion. Absolutely free. The book did not feel like a finished work so much as a challenge thrown at the reader, daring them to keep going out of curiosity alone. Still, I could not stop. Every page promised clarity and delivered another detour. Every chapter raised a new question and then walked away without answering it. That is when Bambi's official rating became unavoidable. 1 star. And that star was for effort because somebody had to staple the pages together. Bambi's Book Review Corner exists for moments like this, when a reader finishes a book and is left sitting there with the expression of a person trying to remember their own name. This is not a recommendation. It is a public service announcement with ambition. Read responsibly.